Hello everyone and welcome to the EverydayCarry cast. My name is Samuel.
Dwayne Freeman here.
And today we're going to show you how we store our knives.
Oh, wait a minute. That's what we're doing today?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Let's get started.
All right, so after that, something tells me Freeman has a lot more than I do, so we'll let him. All right, so after that, something tells me Freeman has a lot more ways to store his knives than I. What is wrong with me? Okay. So after that, something tells me. Oh my God!
Go.
So after that, something tells me Freeman has a lot more ways to store his knives than I do, so we'll let him get us started.
Perfect. Well, this is just most of my machetes.
We can move this back if we need to.
We will. This is one of those Walmart, slide under the bed storage containers. Pays like $15 for them. And of course, it is my zombie survival kit. And inside of here is a lot of knives, machetes, fixed blades, tomahawks, axes. Maybe we'll do another video on this one day.
I'm just going to scoot out of the way.
Yes, we do not have time to pull all these out. We will show these on another day.
So that's just a regular old tote from Walmart you customized?
Correct. $15 in it, but what's in it? We ain't going how much that's in there. All right, so, and I'm still waiting for the zombie apocalypse. I don't know if it's going to take place, but if it does, I will be ready.
Yeah, and that that shows you right there that you don't have to spend a butt ton on something just to store your knives. I mean, unless you just, and we'll get into this a little later, but unless you absolutely have to have something to protect them from the elements, that's just something to keep them organized and out of the way. So.
Correct.
All right. Well, number one is just a tote from Walmart.
It'll work. It'll work.
All right. I think the next thing I'm going to go on to is just kind of a knife case, kind of a your regular old. No, I haven't opened this in a little bit since I just threw a bunch of crap in it, but just your regular old zip-up case from your regular zip-up. You go to Blade HQ, you can find these, but I'm not going to show you all the mess in here because I had to throw it all in here fast. But just if you've got a few pockets here to put your knives and stuff in. It's got a middle thing here. It's got just your little thing here to protect your knives from bumping together. It's almost a type of tool roll, but this is a CRKT brand made especially for knives. Really simple. You can get these for like $30.
I actually bought that one at a gun show. It was used for $15, and I gave it to him as a gift.
Yeah,
So.
when I first started getting into knives, and actually, this right here, I think this was the first knife you gifted me.
Yep.
Pretty sweet.
Yep, that's it.
All right, Bill, that's just as simple as that. And as you can see, I am taking very good care of it, using it to its fullest potential.
Yes.
And all that good stuff.
Like I said, we're just showing you the cases today. We're definitely don't have time to show you what's inside all of them.
Absolutely not.
But my next one's another big one.
Oh, and one more thing I'd like to say about that while he's getting that out is, again, that's just like an easy, cheap way, again, not to protect them from the elements and stuff. That'll keep them relatively safe. But it's just to organize them and get them out of the way, so you don't have to have them all laying in a drawer or something.
Yeah. I saw this case. It is a gun case. As soon as I opened it up, I didn't think about storing my guns in it. I just thought about storing some cool knives in it. It's cool to look at. It's got some Velcro on it for the patch. Got the patch on the front. And also it's got this pocket that you can store some other stuff in. Now again, this case right here, this is the most expensive case I have. $40.
Wow, that was only $40?
$40. Unzip. And inside here, I call this my sog bag.
I didn't know you had so many.
So I have a kukri.
SOGs.
Yes, I know. I have the bolo. I have the jungle warrior. I have the Tonto, and I have a machete from Sog. Here's a machete. So,
Good land.
all kinds of collect the whole set.
I think you did.
Yeah.
One day these will be worth something and you didn't even know it. They'll just be like, you were just buying knives for fun.
So, you know, if I just have to grab a bag and go, this would definitely be one of the cases I grab and go. Got enough to share.
Where'd you get this at?
The knives or the case?
The case.
At a local gun store. So pretty much every one of mine that I'm going to show you today are gun cases, and I got them at either a gun show or our local gun store.
Gotcha. Awesome. Now we've already said the G word a lot this video. You know something that I heard somebody say?
What?
They called their gun a bear spray.
Bear spray?
When they were making a video, so we might start calling it gun spray that way. Or gun spray? Bear spray. That way
could call
YouTube
it
doesn't get angry.
Our pew pew.
Our pew pew. There you go. Our pew pew. It's a pew pew bag. Okay, now this next one is something that, well, I don't know if you have any of these or not, but I'm going to show this. Really simple. Little leather knife roll. I had this made, again, by my cousin, Erect Custom Leather Works. And this was before he really started, before he got a lot better. So this one's rough construction. And I've been thinking about having him, here, let me hold this up, having him make me another one. This one's just like slip joint size. But at the skill he's at now, I know he could make me one that was very, very nice. So I might get him to do that before too long. But this is just your regular old leather knife roll. Very simple, very easy. Just ties up. Again, just stores your knives out of the way, especially your slip joints. Slip joints are small and slippery most of the time. And so it's hard to find a good place to put them. So a nice little leather knife roll made just for that is a great, great thing to have.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
So I went to buy one of these at a store. I said, hey, how's that leather knife roll? And the person who could have made some money by selling it to me, he said, if I was you, I wouldn't get it. You'd be better off getting, you know, a case. And I said,
Yep.
why? And this is a man who actually stores knives. So after 20 years, 30 years, I've heard, don't know from experience, that the leather can actually turn your knife's color. You can,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that was what he told me. So I don't own a leather one like that, but I own something similar.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you said it turns color. Maybe like this outside, which is raw, might not do it, but definitely like the tanned inside would probably do it. It wouldn't shock me a bit if some of these had coloration on them a little bit. But these are knives I don't
Kinda
really
like
care about.
Green, you know, like cheap jewelry type
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
But leather naturally, patinas, and it looks really good when it does. But the problem with that is if you're storing something in leather, like a lot of horse riders, they'll use saddle soap, clean their saddles constantly so they don't mold. So if this doesn't get wet, might not mold, might not get nasty, but it's definitely not to protect them from the elements. It's just to kind of store them out of the way. So this is probably my least favorite way to store knives, just because I haven't had the right kind of knife roll yet. This is neat, like I said, for slip joints or smaller things, but you know, it's not my preferred way, but it is a way. If you have a local leather worker, especially if, you know, he doesn't have to ship it to you or anything, go to him, find a cool design. Don't rip off anybody's design, but like maybe show him, hey, this is kind of what I want. Can we see what I can work out like this? And maybe one day we'll show a little bit of a knife roll or something that I get Erect Custom Leather Works to make me. But
Be a good idea.
yeah, as of right now, this is all I have that's leather. So,
Right.
other than like my pocket organizers and stuff that are leather.
Yeah.
But that would run you, I think that one ran me like $20, $30.
Okay.
And you could probably find a local leather maker that would make you a great one for $50.
So nothing really fancy here. My next one is, you won't believe it, it's another gun case. This is a Walmart special right here.
Yeah.
The Flambeau, I guess. What is it?
Flambeau.
Oh, yes, it's very nice, sir.
Flambeau Outdoors. And inside this one, I just have this one slid under the bed. These are some of my knives that mean something to me. Like, this was my grandfather's. He used to have it in his boat, and he would use this for cutting fishing lines, gutting fish, all that cool stuff. And he was actually in the military, and this was the one he was issued in the military. So how cool is that?
That's awesome.
That knife right there is probably 70 years old.
What was it, Vietnam?
World War II.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
That is awesome.
And then my great uncle or something, I've never even met the man. He made this pocket knife for my dad. And out of a saw blade, and that's a real deer antler bone handle right there. And my dad passed it on to me. So inside of here are my unique, bayonet. Got to have one of them.
Everybody needs a bayonet.
But this was the first knife I ever got. No one's ever seen this. You guys are privileged. This is my Franklin Mint. Remember those? Bruce Lee knife.
Oh, my goodness.
Check that out. You're probably the only person to ever touch it besides me. It's been in this pouch for 30 years.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I want a place to display it. It's just a slip joint. It came with the letter of authenticity and all that stuff. But it's just a cheap China knife that's got my father on it, Bruce Lee.
The edge on that thing is actually, it doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty sharp.
Yeah,
That's
pretty cool.
That's pretty funky. I like that.
And then one more to show you, just because I love this knife. I just don't want to carry it, or it's the Boker. You know what it's called?
That is the Kalashnikov 47. So it's named after the AK-47, but that is the Warhog, I think is what they call it, because of the
correct
the war paint, like the airplanes.
So Walmart special case here, $15, $20.
Wow.
You only own like 5 knives. This might be more for you just to keep them out of the way. And this is going to be just a regular old EDC pouch. Now I've got my flap hanging out here. Might want to blur that out on camera. But this is just your everyday carry pouch. The main one I like to carry, and I guess I forgot it, was my Maxpedition pouch. And I love to just throw some knives in there and carry them around with me. But as of right now, I have too many knives to just keep them all in there. So get you a little everyday carry pouch like this. You want to talk about cheapos? Now I don't support clones. Don't go and buy something that is a straight up rip off of something else. But go buy something that is a good, $20 pouch from Amazon. Maxpedition, VanQuest, Olife, and there's a couple other brands, but maybe you can find you a cheaper one from Amazon that's not a complete rip off. And if you have like 3 or 4 pocket knives that you just want to keep stored out of the way safely, put it in here, zip it up. YKK zippers and water resistant. I've had these out on the beach with me, my Maxpedition one. Sand got up in there and didn't get any sand in there. It got a little wet because it soaked in from the outside. But it'll keep your knives good and stored, and also it doubles as something you can take somewhere with you. If you want to take your whole collection with you, just grab your little pouch and take it.
Right.
Also, I like to keep a little, the Smoky Mountain Knife Works sharpener in here. Just in case. But yeah,
That's right.
That's another little way to store your knives. Now, what we're about to get into, this is where you don't have to spend a bunch of money, but this is where it starts getting a little more intricate and a little bit nicer. Something that if you have a bigger collection or if you have a more expensive collection, knives, up in the higher end of the knife range, these might be what you want to put them in.
Correct. So this was my pretty one, I guess. I got this one, you'll never guess. Yes.
Gun show.
Local gun store.
Oh.
Put a bunch of stickers on it. And this is the one that I go to almost daily. This is my good knives, my colorful knives. So, if I'm wearing a different color, I'll switch out. But a lot of the knives you see are stored, of course, but I also have stored and what I call displayed. So here's an example. I made this. This sits on top of my chest of drawers. So every day I can just look, which knife do I want today? So I can just grab one. Plus it looks cool, right?
Yeah, that looks awesome. I really like that. And that's really impressive. That looks awesome. It looks like something professional.
Right. So I don't have to go to this case, pull out a knife. I could just grab one and go. But I also have my top shelf on my nightstand. He's going to put in a picture of it right here.
I'll probably just cut to it.
right now. And every day when I just pull, you'll see it's beautiful. Just pull it out, pick a knife, bam. Now if there's not one, where's my, where's my CGRB? Well, I'll put that one away and go to the case and pick one of those or whatever. So these are my nicer knives, nicer case. Got a lot of stickers on it. And, you know how much I paid for it? $25.
That's the best part of these hard cases.
Correct.
Is stickers. But yeah, and there's another point. Get creative. That cost you what to make?
Oh, yeah. I got to be honest. Now, I didn't make this woodworking stuff. I got that in an antique store. I sanded it. I painted it. I redid some of these little, what do you call those things?
Knobs.
Knobs.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, boy, that's perfect for a knife display.
Well, that makes my point even better. Get creative. Find different things around, these old antique stores or these cool, these just yard sales, auctions, stuff like that.
Yeah, I got $5 in that.
$5. There you go. And that looks awesome. Like, that's something that if you went to a gun show and you wanted to buy something like that or a knife show, you'd pay $25 for that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
maybe we should start making them.
There we go. Patent pending.
They'll be for sale next week.
The everyday, well, I don't know what we'll call them. But anyways, yeah, that just like that, get creative. Find old things and make them look cool.
It'll be the EDD.
The everyday
display.
Everyday. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, patent pending. Don't steal that.
Just come up with that.
All right, so how many more have you got left?
2 more.
2 more? Same here.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get into knife rolls. You can bring yours out too. And we kind of jumped the gun with the hard case because that was going to be the last thing. Unless you got more hard cases.
I do. One more.
Okay, good. So here you see 2 different types of hard cases, knife rolls. Hold on one second. Okay, so now we have our knife rolls. This is one from Blade HQ. This is a Benchmade one, which I got very, very fortunate to find at the price I did, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then you've got 2 from Smoky Mountain Knife Works here.
Yes.
So these are, okay, as far as convenience and storage space and all that, this is about the best way to go, in my opinion. How many knives can these hold?
16 for me.
16. I think mine's not quite as many.
No.
4, 8, 12.
I counted wrong. 12.
12 for this one. Benchmade Case is the same way. So 12 in each. So here's 24 knives right here. 24, 36. And that one's a little bigger, isn't it? Or is it just
No,
full?
it's same size, just full.
So you've got, 48 knives you could store in this right here alone?
Well, and a lot of my knives
Are doubled.
Are doubled.
Yeah.
I have like 2 here. I have 2 here. So you could probably get, although it's 12, you might even get 20 in this one case.
Right. Especially if you don't care if your knives get scuffed up. Maybe you want to put beaters in one and you stack 2 or 3 together. But the cool thing about it is some of these are still customizable, which is something that I haven't talked about yet, but something that means a lot to me with my gear, with my even my displays and stuff. I want them to be customizable. I got big into acid etching and stone washing, did a couple knives like that, and was really proud of them. I really liked them. But if I can customize something, it makes it 10 times more worth it to me. So that's where this Benchmade case comes in, or roll, I should say. This has places on the front for pouches and places on the inside for pouches. And
cool.
It's really simple. It doesn't mean a lot, but it does to me because I enjoy making things my own, making them look cool.
And exactly what he just said. I wanted mine to be different and set apart.
Yeah.
So I had someone to sew this SE patch on there for me.
Oh, you see, I thought that came on there.
Yeah, that's right. So, I was like, hey, I wanted to make it different, right? So having that Velcro option is great. I would pay extra money just for the Velcro.
And I guess you could get that sewed on there, couldn't you?
Yep.
But I really like it. And nobody sees the inside unless it's unrolled, but that's cool. We got a little Burnley patch, knife center patch. We're big fans of David C. Anderson around here. He's got a crush on him. Got to meet him, too.
And he's got slightly larger than average hands,
Just
if you don't
slightly
know
larger
him.
than that. And then I've got my little, but just something to make it cooler, But again, as far as usefulness goes, I think for the size, for everything like that, these are the best way to store your knives.
Quick pricing. You go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works. The last time when I bought these, $16.
Speaking of Smoky Mountain Knife Works,
Yeah.
next video should be of us at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I've never been, so this is going to be my first time going. He's going with me. We're going to walk around to the different booths, shoot a little couple videos there, and then we'll come back here, do our haul, show you what we got.
Yes, looking forward to it. So, real quick, the reason I wanted this one set apart from the other ones.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Didn't
Oh,
I?
that's fine. Is this is the one? Oh, this is going to sound it's crazy to some people. But like we're going out of town this weekend, right? We're going to Tennessee. I'm going to gather about 10 of my favorite knives, and I'm going to put it in this pouch. And this pouch goes in my suitcase with me. So when I get to my hotel, I can open up and say, hey, which knife am I going to carry today?
Yeah.
So this pouch goes with me on vacations.
And not only that, I do the exact same thing, but I leave the bottom row for watches.
Okay.
And so, like, I enjoy watches. Again, haven't gotten deep enough into the hobby to spend a lot on it, but I, put my watches down there or some of my EDC flashlights. So I can take my entire EDC with me in one of these knife rolls. But look at that. Of course, it would be a little thicker.
Yeah.
But you could get, what did I say, 48,
48
knives right here?
plus.
And we'll show you the last one. You can't get near that many knives. You might be able to get half of that in something this size. I mean, if you contorted and maybe, did it just right, then maybe. But this right here is the most efficient and easiest and most convenient way, I think, to store your knives.
Agree.
So that takes us to the last one. Might want to scoot that back over. I'm afraid it's going to be covering one of our faces.
And my last one is a complete letdown and disappointment. It is a Pelican case that I did not pay full price for. It was damaged when I bought it. And this Pelican case is not really for my knives. This is why I wanted to do it last. Got another pouch in there.
There you go.
This has got my tools that I use on my knives. Got my strop. I got this frog tog. What is it called? What does that say? I can't read. I'm getting old.
Frog lube.
Frog glue, right? This is designed for rifles, shotguns, things like that. But they said it works great on knives. So a lot of my knives that I have that could potentially rust, I put this on the blade, and that way no rust. I got 550 paracord all over, all different colors, because I like to make my own, lanyards, things like that. I took a.
You've got one of those? I didn't know you had one of those.
I actually took a class at the Blade Show this year. You pay $15 to get in the class. They teach you 1 hour how to sharpen, how to do all this, how to find a burr and all that, and then you get this for free. So, pretty cool class.
Worksharp's a really cool company. They dropped one of the boxes over here near us, and I went looking for it. Couldn't.
For the strop, for the pivot, for the oil. Tried these cheap sharpeners like that. Junk. And then I have this little eraser. If you have rust on your knife, it is a rust eraser.
Really?
Feel that. It's pliable.
Whoa. I need one of those.
You can get these Smoky Mountain Knife Works $1.
I rust the
I
snot
got
out
like
of
5
mine.
of them.
Does it
So-
mess up the finish?
No.
Yeah, sweet.
So yeah, this is my, not so glamorous for number one, but it's not really number one. It's just I have a separate case for my tools to work on my knives.
And kind of opposite for me. That is my glamorous case.
Yeah.
So I was talking, you don't have to spend a lot on it. So you go and I'm on Facebook with knife groups, and you find some real idiots in there. If you ask them, should I get a Pelican or an Apache? And some of them might look at you, you need to get the Pelican. It will survive the apocalypse. Well, if the apocalypse is going on, I'm not going to be too worried about my pocket knives. I've watched a video on these where a guy ran over an Apache and a Pelican. Both of them held up.
Drop them off a building.
Drop them off a building. The Apache is not as durable as the Pelican. The Pelican has like the automatic pressure release. This one has a knob, whatever. But I'll tell you what, in the time I've had these two, this one has done just as good a job as protecting my knives as this one has. Unless you actually need it to protect them from, actual elements all the time, go with the cheaper one.
Yeah, they're not bulletproof. You
No.
just put knives in them.
And I mean, this one might be more bulletproof than this one, but who's going to shoot their knife cases? So this one is from Apache, Harbor Freight Special. And Harbor Freight's a cool place to find some things too. I'm thinking about getting one of their like tool chests whenever I get my own house and kind of set me up a little studio like that. And they look awesome and they're a great way to store your knives. But just a little, well, not little, an Apache 3800 case. I think it comes in at like $35. Has the pick pluck foam, all that good stuff, and the same inserts for Pelican will fit in these. Just make sure you get your sizing right. But yeah, this is a great way to store your knives. Now, you'll see here on the B-roll that all the foam and stuff is torn all to pieces in here. Or, well, no, it's not. You can still see where it used to be. But, yeah, but here's the cool part. You can customize it. And I like the Pelican more for this because you have more places to put stickers. But, I've got stickers all over this thing. Just, from... if I order a knife or something like that and it comes with a sticker, I'll slap it on here. And but I've retired this one, and now we've moved on to something. Again, I've spent a lot of money. $40 for this Pelican Vault. I think it's the V200 or something like that. I found it at a local, well, not local. It's in Fuquay, Verena. If you're up that way, go check them out. They've got these on sale for $40. Fuquay, Verena. It was Fuquay Gun and Gold. And I walked in and I saw these and I was like, $40, that seems cheap. Sure as the world it was. And so yeah, I just started on this last night putting the stuff in. This does not have the pick and pluck foam, but it does have foam that you can cut out. And in my opinion, aesthetically and everything like that, and honestly, safest way to store your knives is this right here. A Pelican case or an Apache case. And you can stick your stickers to it, you can cut the knives out, and you can just stick them right down in there just like that. And so... I really like it. It's a beautiful, beautiful case. This blue, they had this blue in like a lime green. And I'm usually an OD green guy, but this blue jumped out at me more. So,
and he texts me and says, hey, they've got them on sale. You want me to pick you up one? See, a good friend is not supposed to ask. They're supposed to just buy it for you. But see, now I don't have the cool blue like he does.
Right. I guess I should have. But
yeah.
I, to be fair, I texted him about 20 seconds before I left the store to call me. So, I gave him plenty of
Hey, I check my phone at least every 4 hours.
Well,
that's it.
I'm going to make this point one more time because I've seen it so much. And I know in the everyday carry community, you feel pressured to do things like everybody else and to have the nice things like everybody else. You don't have to. Everybody from the everyday carry community is not going to come over to your house and see how you store your knives unless you're doing something like this. And so do what works for you. Do what looks best, do what feels best, and do what you like. If you can't afford to spend $80 on a Pelican case, wait for them to go on sale. Find somewhere that's on sale, or don't get one. Get a different version.
Yeah. Or just clear out a drawer in the house somewhere, put some foam in the bottom, and you can put it. Yeah. You can just have them in the drawer ready to go, or a display like this. I personally like displays just as much as I do the case.
Right. Exactly. And we're going to Gatlinburg this weekend. And so I'll be taking my knife roll. I doubt I'll lug around that Apache case. That thing's huge. So I'll just throw them in my knife roll and take a case.
Right.
So I guess that's all we got for you today then. Hopefully this helped a little bit. Gave you maybe a few ideas on what to do. Go find something. Get creative. Do something cool. Don't do what everybody else is doing like I did. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please click like, comment, subscribe, all those cool things. Again, one of our next coming up videos will be from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and then we'll show you our haul. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. Never been. I'm not taking enough money up there with me.
I've been maybe, 15 times.
That's all.
Yeah, you'll drop some money. Yeah. Can't wait. Well, next video coming at you from Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day.
God bless you.
We'll see you.